Yoni Mudra. After a deep Kriya inhalation, having drawn the energy up to the central part of the head, close the ears with the thumbs, the eyelids with the index fingers, the nostrils with the middle fingers, the lips with the ring and the little fingers. Hold your breath while mentally repeating Om several times and observe any light in the point between the eyebrows. Hold the breath as long as is comfortable. Both elbows are parallel to the floor and pointing out to the side. Do not let them drop. Prop them up somehow, if necessary. During this special light witnessing act, the index fingers must not put any pressure on the eyes. This would be harmful and serve no purpose. You can draw the eyelids down with the index fingers and apply pressure on the upper cheekbones at the corners of the eyes. When you feel that you need to breathe, exhale and bring the awareness down along the spine. Yoni Mudra is usually performed only once. After Yoni Mudra, remain concentrated as long as possible at the point between the eyebrows trying to perceive the light in Kutastha. Then open your eyes and stare at what is before you but do not observe anything in particular. Watch without watching. After a while you will become aware of a subtle line of white light, softened, as a fog, around all objects. The light will become progressively white and greater. Avoid thinking. Keep the gaze fixed. After 5 minutes close your eyes and rest for a while before standing. The fundamental instruction is to increase the number of repetitions of Om repetitions while holding the breath by 1 per day up to a maximum of 200. It is recommended to avoid forcing. But how it is possible to achieve these results without forcing? In my opinion, this ability can be achieved only in time, especially after a confrontation with the Thokar procedure. For the present moment, I share a simple remedy that can reduce the discomfort of a long kumbhaka. At the end of a moderate inhalation, not a typical Kriya Pranayam one but a shorter one, a Kriyaband fully plugs all the head openings except the nostrils, exhales a very small quantity of air, then immediately closes the nostrils. The thoracic muscles are to be relaxed as if one intended to begin a new inhalation. This will give the sensation that the breath has become quiet in the area between the throat and the point between the eyebrows. In this situation, the repetition of Om several times while concentrating on the point between the eyebrows can be enjoyed to its fullest. Different ways to conceive a Kriya routine. Now, having all these techniques, how can you conceive a good Kriya routine? There are different possibilities. I bring here only 3 examples. Example 1. Mahamudra. K. Pranayam. Navi Kriya. Mental Pranayam. Example 2. Mahamudra. Navi Kriya. K. Pranayam. Mental Pranayam. Example 3. K. Pranayam, only 12. Mahamudra. Navi Kriya. K. Pranayam again. Mental Pranayam. I counsel to practice Yoni Mudra apart. This technique is so delicate that if not practiced in a perfect way, risks to ruin all the meditative experience. Mental Pranayam. This is the most pleasing part of the routine. Chakras are like knots that can be untied if touched by one's concentration. One feels vast and free as the sky and knows the formless joy. A Kriya routine that does not end with the enjoyment of such sweetness is like an orchestra going on stage, unpacking the instruments, tuning them and then leaving at once. After 3 deep breaths, let your breath be natural and forget it. Move your awareness up and down the spine, pausing in each spinal center for about 10 to 20 seconds. Start with the first, pause there, move to the second, pause and so on. After ascending to the medulla, start the descent, pausing in the 5th chakra, 4th chakra, and so on. One complete round lasts about 2 to 4 minutes. Try to catch the sweetness emanating from each chakra. It does not suffice to keep on exerting a mental and even physical pressure on each chakra, unable to relax. Do not complicate the teaching with various details, which could be useful in other techniques but not in the present one, contracting the muscles near each chakra. Utilize intense visualizations and Bija mantras. You risk all the sweetness is dispelled. Even mentally chanted Om in each chakra may be disturbing. The secret lies in maintaining the awareness in each of them until a sensation of sweetness is felt, as if the chakra were melting. It is important to assume a passive attitude and patient as well, with total reliance on what will be revealed by the practice itself. So remember, mental pranayama must be brought ahead with great seriousness until a deep silence settles in the consciousness. While going ahead with the Kriya path, you will discover that the mental pranayama will turn first into the second Kriya and finally will become the supreme form of Kriya pranayama, the one that Lahiri Mahasaya called Uttam pranayama, excellent pranayama. You will learn to utilize your meditation-born intuition for effective handling any issue that arises from life. Inside the perfect transparency of an inner order, all problems are solved. I think that one is born to Kriya, understand the greatness of what they are doing, while perceiving the effects of such sweet practice. Its beauty overflows our lives. It's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once. And it's too much. My heart fills up like a balloon that's about to burst, and then I remember to relax and stop trying to hold on to it. And then it flows through me like rain, and I can't feel anything but gratitude for every single moment of my stupid little life. From the movie American Beauty, 1999. Digression about Kechari Mudra. What is, how to obtain it? Kechari Mudra means inserting the tongue in the hollow of the nasal pharynx. Kriya pranayama should be practiced with the tongue in that position. I say should because very few people are able to practice in that way. In the next chapter, we shall introduce a method, Talabya Kriya, to achieve Kechari Mudra. The ancient yogis discovered the importance of connecting the tip of our tongue with the seat of the calm prana in the brain. Usually our tongue is normally unable to touch the uvula and, consequently, enter the nasal pharynx. Because of this, we are limited in our connection with the great reservoir of energy existing in the Sahasrara region. The practice of Kriya Pranayama with Kechari Mudra represents an enchanting experience, one of the best moments in the life of a Kriyaban. However, many must be contented by keeping their tongue in the baby Kechari position. What does this mean? It means that with the tip of your tongue you touch the upper palate at the point where the hard palate becomes soft. This easy to achieve position of the tongue is enough to make the mind very still.